Okay, so unfortunately, today I lost. There was FOMC that ended up happening, and I totally forgot. I didn't realize until like the minute I took my trade, and it was already like a pretty good setup. So I just kind of followed through with it. I would assume, um, if FOMC was gonna make that big of an impact or anything, then I didn't think like such a good setup would happen, or at least present itself. So I took it, and also there was one other thing, but let's just go through the setup that I took. So there was one other thing why I think I lost, but I'll get into that in a sec. So we had this high, that's London session high, London low, um, Asian low, the New York sesh, fair value gap. Is there anything else? It's kind of it. Anyways, then we got ES. ES was actually pretty low compared to NASDAQ, especially when we opened. All right. So, oh shoot, I actually have to go back a little more. Okay. So, as soon as we opened, within 3 minutes, we ended up sweeping out this low. So I was like, all right, whatever. I guess I'll go long. But then after seeing this candle, I was like, whatever. There's always like a jump in volume as soon as we open. So I would have looked for a 5-minute fair value gap. Oh my gosh, bro. What is going on? Bro, we about to do this. Hold up. I don't know why it does this, bro. Come on, man. Bro, where? Right there. All right. Restarting. Okay, so we swept out this low within 3 minutes, or 2, I guess. Then we immediately ripped up. Yeah, there were 1-minute entries, but like on the 5-minute look, that just, it's so bad. Anyways, usually, okay, here was the first mistake. I shouldn't have traded when both sides of liquidity was taken, but I just didn't think it would matter. I've only entered a trade one other time when this has happened, so I didn't think it was that big of a deal. We also had, yeah, that wasn't swept yet either, huh? Yeah, so we took out 2 draws on liquidity to the upside. ES ended up making, bro, equal lows right there with London session. And we also ended up creating my favorite thing in the world, SMT right here. And at this point, look, since ES was so low and we are in bearish structure still, I was just thinking that this SMT would push it down to fully sweep an equal low because it's just a stronger draw on liquidity. And then I thought NASDAQ was going to follow. And I was back testing to see if an SMT would work from like a low not being swept. So like a bullish SMT in this case. So like from there to here. And then equal lows. And I was just seeing it would get hit every time because it's just like not a sweep. Or like not a sweep either. It's just freaking equal lows. Anyways, So we had a pretty good push up. Then from this point, I was actually mowing tees, so I wasn't really on my phone, but I was kind of checking once in a while. I ended up seeing the chart like right here. So I was like, if we can get a reaction, if we can come back up to get a reaction right here, then I'll take a trade. But other than that, if we were just going to go ahead and take out this liquidity, I wasn't even going to trade for the day. But we ended up creating this point in equilibrium that we actually hit. And then reaction right here. See, this is where I entered off of. We were already in bearish order flow on the 1 minute, 5 minute SMT. Let me work that out. And then we had, sorry, my RR was not that good. So I ended up looking for like, I ended up going for this because it was a 4-hour low. And then I just called this break even. And then since this was already swept, I just disregarded that. So this is basically what my chart looked like. 4-hour low right here. And it looked like a pretty good setup, but I think since FOMC was going on, the market ended up just like pretty much going sideways for a minute. Later in the day, we just ended up sweeping this out and then literally slamming down into this low. But from here, I actually didn't even check ES when I was entering. Oh, yeah, look, like, even better. I think I just got played, bro. So it ended up not playing out for like 30 minutes. We ended up creating another bearish SMT, which is kind of sad. But we also ended up creating bullish SMTs from this point up. What is that, 930? Am I retarded? Hang on. No, it was this, sorry. 10 to 10. So that happened. Then boom. It's kind of sad, to be honest. It was a pretty good setup, so I ended up risking more. I lost 385. So, and I won 355 yesterday. Kind of tragic. I'm kind of just waiting for the new month at this point, bro. I'm so tired of this month. So 385 minus. So I'm negative 279 on the month. There's only one more day. If I win tomorrow, yippee. Other than that, bro, the next day is a Friday. I just don't really like Fridays. And I didn't even trade Monday this week. So low-key, just a slow like month. Last month wasn't that fun either. Last month was like 687. But that one win yesterday actually brought back a lot of it actually wiped out a few losses, but I don't know. So the two biggest things for me to note was both draws on liquidity got taken, and then we had FOMC today, and I guess volume wasn't really superb either. 0.32% is like, it's all right. I've noticed when my setups totally smash take profit is when we have like 0.4 to 0.5% of volume all around. But I just feel like I'm just so tired of trading all-time highs, but I can't even blame it on that, bro. I guess it's my fault for even trading. Anyways, that's probably it for the day. Peace.